I live and work in Lee Summit, Missouri, just outside of Kansas City. I've been teaching math and coaching basketball for the last 38 years. That dog hunts, doesn't it? You didn't know that, did you? That's why I'm the master of disaster in here, correct? Okay. I've gotten a lot of attention recently, which is really pretty crazy to me. To be honest with you, I never knew that I was part of the inspiration to the show until one morning I'm walking into school here and one of my colleagues says, "Hey, there's a famous basketball coach that inspired Jason Sudeikis' new show, Ted Lasso." I didn't know anything about it. So I went home that night and my wife and I did some research and found the show and got hooked on it. And come to find out, it's about this football coach from the Midwest named Ted Lasso, played by Jason Sudeikis. And he's coaching soccer in London. As we're watching it, my wife points up at the screen and says, "Yeah, Donnie, that's you." Now, I didn't see that. I still don't see that. However, I do see many of the lessons that I tried to teach Jason and all his teammates 30 years ago. I coached Jason at Shawnee Mission West High School in the early 90s.
6-foot senior Jason Sudeikis.
He was a joy to coach. He's a good basketball player. He's a left-handed point guard. He liked to put a little more pastry on his passes that I didn't always like. And he didn't play the kind of defense at times that I wish he would play. In fact, I nicknamed him Jason Sudeikis because I took the D out of his name because he didn't like to play defense. He's doing what he was destined to do, let me tell you. He was definitely an actor in high school.
Another, I guess you could call it, rookie coach. He's in his second year, Donnie Campbell. And
when I was a young coach, all I focused on was winning games. I did everything I could to develop my players to be the most prepared, fundamentally sound basketball team that could ever be out there. And in doing that, our first year record was 3-18.
That would probably be the last one for Donnie Campbell as his team is back to.
I really had a lot of questions. What was I doing wrong? How was I doing it wrong? I started studying John Wooden, the great UCLA basketball coach with 10 national championships. He has a quote, "Success is peace of mind, which is direct result in self-satisfaction, knowing you did your very best to become your best you're capable of becoming." That really resonated with me. So we started focusing on, in our program, developing our kids to be better people first, better basketball players second. Every day to start practice, I would always have some type of character message. You don't have to win a championship to be a champion. It's how we do things, how we treat people. Be kind to people. You don't know what battle they're fighting. Your true character is how you treat people who can do nothing for you. There's a difference between winning and succeeding. Winning is, wins and losses. Succeeding is developing these kids to be the best people they can be. In doing that, we ended up developing leaders, which in turn, they end up being better basketball players. So the second year, I think we were 8-13. The third year, we were 11-10, had a winning record, and that's when I coached Jason Sudeikis. When you coach, you plant a seed, and you hope it grows, but you don't know. So Jason went off and became this famous actor. And it turns out, all these years later, that those seeds took root after all. He created this character of Ted Lasso, who overcomes his challenges by focusing on making his players better people first and better soccer players second. Jason says that this character was based in part on me, on the values I taught. And I do see that when I watch the show. But I also see in Ted Lasso the values that make up communities in this area. Communities like Lee Summit. Around here, it's normal for people to be kind, to care about each other, to treat each other with respect and dignity. You know, being your brother's keeper. I'm part of that, but I'm also a product of that. That's why I'm here. Teaching and impacting young people every day here in Lee Summit.
Slide your chairs in, pick up any trash around your desks. Always leave the world a little bit better place than what it was. How'd you guys do last night?